Thank you. Good evening, folks. I'm going to talk about my holiday. Got a vote of confidence in the break, I can see, the idea of holidays. So anyone here from Leeds? I'm from Leeds too. So I was born in... Yeah, I was born in Middleton. Grew up in Horsforth, then moved to Pudsey, so I like to think of myself as a fairly well-travelled kind of guy, man of the world. That's Leeds, by the way. So I wanted to start pushing boundaries, travel a little bit. This is Leeds Ring Road. I went round there in the car and cycled it just to see what it was like, what was at the other side of Leeds. But I didn't think that would really make for a week's holiday. So me and my lovely co-driver, CC, we decided to go around the old border of Yorkshire, the ancient border, which is here, even to the pointy bits, like Spurn Point there. So we took a week to get around there, and I think it ticks boxes for a lot of people. Maybe not Brenda from Burnley. She might be surprised at the amount of people from Yorkshire there. But Brenda blamed the Spanish, the Jacksons blamed the boogie. We needed a soundtrack for our holiday, so we put that on there because this is written by a guy from Pontefract called Mick Jackson. What are the odds? So we also put Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars on there because they're not actually from Mars, they were from Hull. True fact. So we went on God's Own Ring Road, that's what we decided to call it. Took a week. So we set off, went west to Sladeburn, sort of disputed territory, not Yorkshire anymore. Went up the western flank of Yorkshire, looking for the boundary. This was a boundary stone, a massive stone, known locally as the Big Stone. And this is on the boundary as well. This is a pub up in Sedbergh. That's a glass of sarsaparilla, because there's no beer in this pub. It's a temperance pub. It caused a bit of confusion for people coming in. There's a plaque on the door saying everything you could want from an English country inn, but it wasn't. This is the border. This is the Tees High Force, and it's nice to see through other people's eyes something that might be familiar to you. This is a Chinese artist called Qing Yi who came to England in the 30s and 40s and saw Yorkshire through his Chinese filter. Ridley Scott, dystopia. We were talking about dystopia in the break. He liked Middlesbrough so much he used it as his inspiration for the beginning of Blade Runner, the opening credits apparently. He lived over the river. Talking of dystopias, Whitby. The seagulls are maniacs there. They'll eat your chips before you can get them in your mouth. So if you go there, get them in your mouth quick. Let them digest before you get into the Dracula experience. So that's my advice, because I nearly threw mine up like a seagull feeding its chicks when a little fella jumped out from behind a door with a cloak on to shit us up, and he really did. We then went down the coast to Spurn Point. Beautiful park, beautiful coast. It's don't go down that road, but we stayed in the observatory down there, met some ornithologists who explained that migrating birds see Yorkshire as a kind of funnel. All these birds going off on their winter holidays. I imagine it looks something like this to a bird. Any minute now. There's a funnel of chips. Like they come in here at the top, grab your chips, and then funnel off down the bottom there to Africa, south of France. So after that, Sheffield, yeah. So we drove along to Sheffield, and word got round. We met some friends in this pub. Word got round that we were on a tour of Yorkshire. There was a folk music event in the back. People thought we were travelling musicians and asked us to do a number, and I foolishly said, "All right." And I can get a tune out of a piano, but I ended up accompanying them on a folk rendition of "I'm the King of the Swingers." and then to Todmorden, which is a whole story in itself. This is anyone in from Todmorden? No. This is a horse's grave, horse called Trigger. This belonged to a guy called William Holt, and this is up on the hill in Todmorden. You must visit. And this is it, God's Own Ring Road. This is what we did. That area there is the size of Swaziland. It's the size of a country. Anyone in from Swaziland? No? So that's it, my holiday. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you can see others on the Bettakultcha YouTube channel. Subscribe now and you'll be notified when new ones are uploaded.